Hey, so a little while ago, I shared a case study where I broke down how my business generates 6 figures per month whilst I'm able to be a mom, a stay-at-home mom actually. I go on great holidays, I spend a lot of time with my family and do all of these amazing things, and we do 6 figures per month without me working like crazy, working myself into the ground. And that case study has absolutely blown up, and a lot of people really want to know how exactly am I able to do that. So I wanted to record this to really break down exactly the process, right? What I do, the sales system that really runs that, and how you can use it in your business too. Now, hit that subscribe button, smash it, hit it, press it, whatever you want to do to it, but make sure you do that and subscribe and turn on the bell so that you'll be the first to see all of my videos when we release them, and we publish videos 3 times a week. This video that you're watching right now is actually part of a series where I teach you how to create your very own 6-figure sales system. So make sure you catch the other videos in the series where I actually teach you and go behind on my laptop and actually build out this sales system. But for now, I have my trusted sidekick with me here, and I'm going to be mapping out so that you know what you need in your own sales system. So let's do it right now. The very first thing that you want to do in your business is to understand what it is that your ideal clients want. So let's write that down right here. What is it that they want? A lot of people teach when creating a sales system, they teach you to create your product first. I don't want you to do that. The first thing you want to think about before you even create a sales system is you've got to answer this question. What is their biggest problem, right? In fact, your ideal clients have a series of problems that you can solve for them. What are those problems? What are their pains? What are their frustrations? What are the things that are keeping them up at night, right? Another way to look at it is when you understand who your ideal clients are, you find that you most likely have had the same problems that you are solving. So think, how did you solve those problems? What are some of the things that have helped you? Once you have figured that out, then you're able to create your product, right? Your offer or your product at whatever price point it's going to be. Now, when I teach this to my clients, I teach them to create something known as a value ladder. You've probably heard about it, but essentially what is a value ladder? A value ladder is a path that you take your ideal clients from free, or rather not paying you anything because they don't know you, and it just goes up, and they buy and they buy and they invest and they invest until you get some of them who are at your highest point of your value ladder, who have your high ticket offer. So let me just map out exactly what that sales system looks like right now. So the first part of your sales system is going to be your free offer, right? What is that quick win? What is that lead magnet? Some sort of lead gen that you need. So I'm going to put a square here. Let me make sure that you can see that. Brilliant, right? Lead gen. When it comes to lead generation, there are certain things that work better than others. A lot of people teach you to create ebooks or create chapters of your book, etc. I don't think you should do that. That doesn't work very well. Way back when less people were doing this, that was the norm. Now you don't want to do that. There are other things that are way more effective than creating ebooks, and I'm going to share what they are right now. So my top 3 most effective lead generation are definitely challenges. These are really, really good and effective because when somebody joins your challenge or workshop or webinar, etc., they are joining because they're putting up their hands to say, I have a problem and I know that you can solve that problem. The other one that works really well are checklists. These work exceptionally well as well because they're very easy to create. Unlike a challenge, unlike a webinar, checklist you can create in 30 minutes. Even 20 minutes you can create a checklist, and they become a really good tool for your ideal clients. Number 3 are content upgrades. So I'm going to put here CU over here, right? Content upgrades. What are content upgrades? So right now I'm recording I'm creating this tutorial for you, and I have an entire series. So content upgrade is where you are teaching on a specific subject, and you're going to ask your audience to opt in for some information that you either did share, but you're going to share it a more in-depth version of that in the opt-in or for a different part of something that you didn't share, but it's in alignment with the information that they are already receiving. That is a content upgrade. And it works really well. Why? Because they're already listening to you, they're already watching you on a video, or they've already accessed your content. So their appetite has already been aroused because they have already bought into you. So therefore, it makes sense for them to click on that link and upgrade. So that's how you can very easily begin to build your email list. Now, email list is going to be the lifeblood of your business. And so that is why not only is it number one, it is the be all, right? It's not the end all, but it is the beginning of a very, very good value ladder. Now, before I even move on with this value ladder, the other thing you want to really think about is the traffic. Now, where is the traffic coming from for this? Now, there are several types of ways to generate traffic for your sales system. Now, some of my favorite ways of generating traffic is actually by going onto somebody else's audience. So I'm going to put here someone's audience. Now, what does that mean? It means if you know people who have a YouTube channel, a Facebook group, they have some sort of community somewhere. I've done this even in in-person events, networking events. Like, it really doesn't matter whether they are online or offline. The fact of the matter is that they have an audience. This audience are going to are my ideal clients. So therefore, I'm going to leverage on their audience. Building an audience is one of the longest and most difficult part of the process because it takes a very long time to build an audience. A really quick way to cut down the process is by leveraging on other people's audience. So that's always going to be number one. So think Facebook groups, think communities, think podcasts, think YouTube channels, think Instagram communities. It really doesn't matter where the community is, as long as it's a community. That is number one. And number two is going to be social media. So these are social media platforms that you already exist on. So I'm talking Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. These are your own platforms. So you're leveraging on two types of audiences, your own audience and somebody else's audience. There is one more audience that you can leverage, and that is the audience that you buy. So that's paid advertising. The beauty about paid advertising is that there truly is no limit, right? But it's expensive, right? You have to pay for it. So you might want to consider the other two. So you have your social media, you have other people's audience before you even look at paid advertising. I would do paid advertising when your funnel, your sales system is already making money. So let's imagine that you have created your lead generation and it's working really well. You've leveraged these different types of audiences and leads are coming in. What happens? The problem is that most people's sales system kind of ends here, right? It ends there. And they come and they say, Pam, I have a sales system. And I go, so what does it look like? They go, well, I've got this lead magnet and this lead magnet and this lead magnet. You don't want it to end there because guess what? We have an offer at the top somewhere. So you want to keep moving your audience through that value ladder. You want to keep moving them through the next thing. So the next thing they would hit is offer number one. Right? What is offer number one? Offer number one is your intro offer, right? We call it the IO, the introductory offer. Now, the beautiful thing about the introductory offer is that it's an impulse buy. Think about it like you're IKEA, right? You go to IKEA for one thing, you go for a pot plant in IKEA, but you're going to walk away with some cushions, some pillows, some duvet covers, and all of these things. That is your introductory offer. It's an impulse buy. The thing about this introductory offer is that it has to be so good. It has to solve a big problem, but it has to solve it in a very, very simple way. So there are 3 criteria that I teach my clients that this intro offer has to have, and I'll share one of them with you right now, and that is that it has to be something that people use all the time. It's not a one all and done thing. It has to be something that they feel that, oh my goodness, I'm getting so much value from this thing. I can use it over and over and over and over again. So you've got to think to yourself, whatever your lead gen is, what is the perfect accompaniment to that thing? That is where your introductory offer comes in. Now, when somebody goes to grab your introductory offer, they will then hit this, and that is your order form, right? This is where they're going to see a series of information. They're going to pop in their card details, and they're going to essentially pay for the thing. Now, again, most people leave it here, right? So a lot of people, if they have gotten this far, they sort of leave their sales system here. But if you do that, you, my darling, are leaving a lot of money on the table. What you got to do is to create something known as a profit maximizer. Now, the profit maximizer, I'm going to put it down here inside of the order form because it actually lives on the order form. Now, get this. We have found that 60% of people who purchase the introductory offer also get the order form. So let's take it this way. Let's imagine that you have 200 people. Let's use red. Let's imagine that you have 200 people, right? Get your lead magnet over here, the lead gen. Out of the 200 people, 100, so 50%, purchase the introductory offer. We found that 60% of them, of those who purchase this, will also purchase this. So that is 60 people over here. So that means that for the sake of maths, let's use rounded numbers. Let's say that your introductory offer, if it was £30 or $30, let's use dollars, $30. So over here you have 3,000. Right, of this. And your introductory offer, by the way, for you to have that lifestyle that you dream of, for this to work well, it really needs to be something that can run without you. So think digital products, right? Don't think anything that involves you. It has to be something that people can purchase and use straight away without your involvement. So it's got to be pretty low ticket. So if it's $30, for example, and 100 people buy, we're talking 3K. If 60 people out of 100 also buy this profit maximizer over here, let's call the profit maximizer $20, for example. So that's 60 times 20, that's 1,200, right, dollars over here. So that means that by adding this product, you've just added another $1,200. So together, that's now $4,200 together from these two products, and these are passive products. Now, these figures that I'm showing you are the figures in my own business. I'm not saying it's going to be the same for you, right? We have different price points, but in terms of the analytics, in terms of the data that we have, these are the figures that we see for these products over here. So can you imagine how much money people are leaving on the table when they don't have this offer in place? And when they don't have this profit maximizer in place, how much money they are leaving on the table? That brings us to the next step, and that is here. And this is your upsell. So this is product number 3, right? Paid product number 3. This is paid product number 1, paid product number 2, paid product number 3. And we have found that 20%, right? 20% of people who bought this first product will also buy this upsell. According to my own data, according to the way that I build sales systems. This is what we have consistently. So if we imagine that this upsell, let's call it $200, and we have 20 people who have bought it. So 200 times 20 is 4,000, right? 4,000. So together, these two together, now we have 8,200, right? Just from this funnel. So when you look at the case studies of where we did 120K in 3 days, or 65K in 35 days, or any other case study that we have published, it's really driven by the sales system. And we haven't even talked about this offer right here, your high ticket offer. So when I work with my clients, one of the things that I teach you to create is a high ticket offer. That is an offer above 3K. So it's 3K, 5K, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, etc. and above. Right? There truly is no limit, which means that if this offer, let's imagine it's 10,000, and let's say only one person out of 200 that came in, only one person bought it, you have $10,000 right at the top end right here. So together, so now you have plus 8,200 over here, plus 10,000 over here, you now have 18,200 from this one funnel. So can you see why it's a 6-figure funnel? Very easily. You can do this in a matter of days, as long as you have traffic, right? As long as you have traffic. So this is one of the most amazing things that really revolutionized my life, revolutionize the way that I do business, the way that I teach my clients as a foundation. You've got to make sure that you have a sales system just like this. Now, this isn't the be all and end all. It doesn't end here. Now, there are lots of things that go in here that I haven't even talked about, i.e. the nurture systems, the emails, the videos, the storytelling, the messaging, the copy, and all of the things that makes it absolutely work like crazy. There are all of those things, but I wanted to begin this training by just breaking down, just so that you can see roughly what is needed, what you have to put in there in order for you to have some sort of figures that really gives you that life that you dream. So I want to talk very quickly about what you need in order to make this work. You know, what are some of the things that you need to make sure that you have in place? So let's go back to the lead generation. If you're going to do challenges or webinars or any type of live workshop as your lead gen, there are a couple of things that you need. One is that you need the registration page, right, for people to sign up in order to join. So you need a registration page and a thank you page in order for them to sign up. And of course, you need the other pages for the funnel, but I'm not going to talk about that just yet. Let's just talk about getting started. So you need your registration page and you need your thank you page, and you can do that on several different platforms for free or for paid. If you're going to be using a checklist or a content upgrade, it's very easy to do. All you need is to, again, you need to create your opt-in form and your thank you page, similar to the one that you see on the screen right now, where it has the headline, the sub-headline, some sort of image that represents what it is that they're going to get, the call to action, the button. So it's quite a simple page, but very effective. And of course, on the thank you page is where these things begin to happen. But the other thing you need to do for your checklist or your content upgrade is to make sure that you create some sort of PDF. So you can use Canva to do that. It's very easy. There are loads of templates. In fact, these ones are much easier to do. And when it comes to challenges or webinars or workshops, you have to show up. For these, the checklist or content upgrades, you don't have to show up. So that is the difference between them. Now, when it comes to actually building this part of the sales system, that requires a whole different strategy. It is truly about psychology and a lot of nurture that goes in. So the nurture takes place on your email. So you need a really good email autoresponder. I'm going to be linking my favorite ones down below this video. You need a really good email autoresponder. You need to have the ability to write really persuasive emails. You also need to have videos on these pages. So we have found, in a moment, I'm going to be talking about how to increase the conversions on your pages. But we have found that video is one of the most powerful elements within your sales system that can really make it convert. So at the very least, to get started, you really need that lead generation. You need to make a decision as to which one you will use. Or the other one that I didn't talk about actually that I teach my clients is a quiz, right? I forgot to add that here, right? Quiz. Quizzes are really good because they have a really low barrier to entry. So that's the fourth one that I would do as well. So these working exceptionally well. So something live, a PDF, and a quiz. These are the 4 types of lead magnets that I would highly recommend, etc. So now that you know exactly what are the things that you need inside of your sales system, I want to now move into talking about how to optimize your sales system so that it is generating crazy amount of revenue for you in your business. So now that I have shown you what the funnel actually looks like and what different components are, I want to walk you through how to optimize it so that you are able to increase your conversion. So the first point that I want to talk about is actually around the lead gen. This is where most people actually get it wrong right from the beginning, right here. So the first tip that I want to give you is to make sure that you understand the offer, right? This offer right here, this high ticket offer, that you understand what it is before you even create your lead gen. The reason I'm saying this is, number one, you're going to be paying for your subscribers who are on your email list. You pay for them every single month. And so what you don't want is to bring in the wrong type of people at the beginning and they never buy anything. So you have hundreds or thousands of people and you're paying for them every single month and they never buy anything. So you've got to make sure that whatever lead generation you create over here, that it is suited for the right type of offer that you have. So for example, because I teach sales systems, for example, we have a sales system checklist. Example number 2, one of the other things that I teach people is how to convert their expertise and their stories into a profitable online coaching business. I also have a webinar for that. I also have a challenge for that, etc. So it really makes sense that when people opt in, they are opting in for something specific that you already have in place so that down the line, right, as they go through through that journey down the line, you are able to sort them into the right buckets and they are able to buy from you. Tip number 2. Aim for buyers, not subscribers. This is again another big, massive mistake that most people make. A lot of people spend a lot of time trying to gather their social media audience and trying to grow their email list, and all of that is good, but you've got to truly aim for buyers. You've got to make sure that the people on your list are people who have spent some money to be there. Why? Because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. When somebody has bought from you the one time, they will buy from you over and over and over again. You don't want to bring in and hoard a lot of freebie hunters on your list. No, that means nothing to you. You've got to make sure that you have a buyer in place, you have buyers on your list, and the only way to do that is to make sure that you have these offers in place. So don't give up at the first hurdle after you've created your lead magnet. No, you can't stop there. You've got to create your offer. Create your high ticket offer, create your other offers within your sales system, and make sure that you have that nurture system that is really funneling people through each one and segmenting your buyers from your subscribers. This is the most powerful asset that you will have. Tip number 3, create your high ticket offer. You see this big ticket offer right here? A lot of people are scared of selling a big ticket item. How do I know? Because I was scared too, right? But here is the thing, I sell coaching packages of like a lot of money, to be honest, and I don't have 2 heads. Well, at least I don't think I do, right? If I can do it, you can, and I believe in you. So you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that whatever you have as your expertise, that people are willing to pay big bucks for it, because guess what? If they're not paying you, they're paying somebody else, right? Somebody else is commanding that amount of money, so why not you? Stop leaving money on the table already and start asking for what it is that you want, not even what you think you deserve, right? What it is that you want, right? Put that together into an offer and create your high ticket offer, because even if you get just one sale at 10K, right, that is a big difference to your bottom line. Number 4 is to make sure that you are using videos in your marketing. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how effective this is. Videos are absolutely powerful. In fact, it is more powerful than audio, more powerful than written text, more powerful than images. Videos are absolutely everything, right? That is why one of my favorite platforms is YouTube, because I understand the power of video. So where do you use video? Well, we actually use video on the sales pages of all of the offers. The only place we don't use video is on the lead generation opt-in page, but we use video to generate leads. So on social media, paid ads, whilst working on other people's audiences, and of course in all of the products we use video. And that leads me to number 5, and that is storytelling. Oh my goodness, video without storytelling means nothing to you. Right? It means absolutely nothing. The case studies that I share with you, the reason they work is because of the storytelling inside them. The products, the reason we're able to make 6 figures a month is because of the storytelling. It's not even the funnel, it's what goes in the funnel, the storytelling, the messaging, all of that put together is what makes all of this work. So I hope that you have taken a lot away from this. I'm going to link through some resources to help you a little bit further with this. This is the final video in this series. I hope you've enjoyed the series. If you haven't already scheduled your call with my team, there will be a link below this video if you want to find out how to implement this in your business. We're happy to talk you through and walk you through exactly how to do that. So feel free to do that. But let me know in the comments what has been your biggest takeaway from watching this. I want to hear it. I want to help you. I truly mean that. I want you to do well. I feel privileged to be able to do what I do, and I also know that if I can do it, everybody can. So I am here on my soapbox letting you know that you have what it takes to do these figures and more over and above your own imagination, right? So comment below, let me know what it is that you do and what your biggest takeaway was, and I will be sure to respond and of course to give you your next steps. So if you are catching this video by itself and you're wondering where is the series, make sure you catch the playlist right over there that will walk you through the entire series for how to build a 6-figure sales system. Catch that, because I walk you through every single step. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.